everyone? What's happening? Christian Galabelli, Shred Sessions podcast. I'm here with the amazing Matt Perrin from Angelmaker, who is gracious enough to do this interview. Super sick, and you're kind of like in the last stages of this epic tour that you're doing.
Yeah.
How's that been going, man? And tell us about the tour.
Yeah, it's the last 5 shows now. Tour's been insane. All the shows have been either sold out or just fully packed. It's been like an honor to tour with Whitechapel and all the other bands too. Like a bunch of friends on this tour, so it's just been like nothing but fun times and good hangs with everybody. And you know, touring with Whitechapel was a dream for us, so it's very surreal to be on this with
Dude,
them. Yeah.
We were just talking about how legendary their live performances, just, you know, having that massive 3 guitar assault, which obviously you're familiar with, which is super cool that you're doing that, because that's, you know, not exactly a common place thing in metal these days or in anything. But it's awesome that you've got that together, you know. And then obviously Disembodied Tyrant, sick, Bodysnatcher. That's a crazy assault to the eardrums.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So like what is? Give us a couple highlights from this tour. What shows really stood out to you?
So the most recent one would be the Orlando House of Blues, which was fully sold out.
Awesome.
That was probably one of my favorite shows we've ever done.
Really?
Just everything was perfect that show. Amazing venue. Everything around was like, it was like the Disney around area, right? So it was cool to walk around and check out all the stores and stuff. And it was like a big hometown-ish show for Bodysnatcher too. So all their families came out. Everybody's super sweet. And that was like one of our collective favorite shows we've ever done, I think, as a band. That one, New York, was great. There's been like so many. It's like it all kind of blends into one because it's all so much fun all the time. But you know, those are the 2 I'd say that were my 2 favorites so far.
That's awesome. Yeah. So the Florida metal scene is alive and well.
Yeah, apparently,
that's pretty
well.
Sick, dude.
Very, very good.
So tell us too, like, what is your rig? What are you using on this run?
Yeah. So mine is super simple. I'm doing what 90% of guitar players do nowadays, which is the Quad Cortex. Johnny's running the same thing. Colton runs the Helix.
Okay.
Stomp.
Sick.
But yeah, Johnny and I pretty much almost run very similar patches. We're just a little different, but other than that, I'm playing solar guitars.
Yes.
All 3 of us are doing solar guitars now.
Oh, no way. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Johnny hooked us up with them. They've been awesome. Great.
That's awesome. Because I remember, I think back in the day, and this is something that I want to get into too, but when you were in Threat Signal, you were doing the Caparison thing, right?
Yeah.
So what is it? I mean, we have a lot of gear nerds here.
Yeah.
Like, what is the main, you know what I'm saying? What do you think the main difference is, or what have you seen with solar guitars? Like, I played them when I was at NAMM. Ola's booth was like, you know, right next to Eventide when I was working for Eventide. Right. So like, I actually got to check them out, and they're super cool, man.
Yeah.
So give us a rundown.
So yeah, I was with Caparison for quite a long time. I think collectively it was like 10 plus years because I was with them, went to Aristides for a while, and went back to Caparison, and then now I'm with Solar.
Cool.
Caparison was just like the one at the time that was like perfect for my needs and everything like that. It was like a high-end custom shop guitar basically from Japan. They were all like handmade.
Cool necks.
Super good necks. They held up super well on tour. Never had any issues with any of the guitars I had. The only problem I had was they're very expensive, especially since I'm in Canada. So even with the artist discount, I was like, oh man, I'm so scared to like break one or lose one on tour. And then chatting to Johnny a bit about Solar, and then he introduced me to Joel, their artist rep.
Okay.
And Joel and I've known Ola too for a long time.
Cool.
And they were just like super down to have all of us on board and switched over. And it's just nice to play like guitars like that too, where it's like they're not insanely expensive, but they feel like a much bit more expensive guitar.
That's great. Yeah. That's what you want.
And they hold up so well on tour. They take care of us very well. If something were to happen, they're much easier to replace than a higher end custom guitar.
Tell me about it.
So I don't worry as much about that, although I do take care of the instruments just as well.
Yeah.
But
you just never know what's going to happen on the road.
Never know. Yeah. But I mean, they've been great, and them and we're with DiMarzio now too.
I was gonna ask that as well.
Yeah.
What pickups are you running?
So I love the liquefier for the neck, and the Deactivator 7's kind of been my new go-to.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's a heavy, aggressive pickup. That thing is balls to the wall.
Yeah. So it reminds me of kind of like an active pickup, but a little more like, I don't know, it's got like this characteristic that like a passive has, which it is a passive.
It has a snarl.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Deactivator. I was running something, I think I was running that exact thing in like 2013 or so. And it's vicious, especially if you're playing through like a PV 6505 like cranked. It's perfect for that.
Yeah.
You know?
And the Chapel guys use that too as well.
Oh,
from what I know.
Nice, dude. That's awesome. So, and liquefier is super, I mean, for lead stuff, if you're doing any tapping, sweepy type stuff.
Super clean. I like the liquefier too because I'm a huge Petrucci fan.
Oh, okay. So, of course. There you go, dude.
Yeah.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
How about string gauge tuning?
Okay.
What are we talking?
So our tuning is super simple. We're just drop A with a 7-string. So basically standard E to E with a low A.
Okay.
And
that's cool.
I use 10 to 60.
Nice.
So it's very simple. What I do notice though is one of my guitars is 26.5 length scale. My other one's 25.5.
Totally different.
And
dude.
you can feel the difference of the same strings on both guitars.
Definitely. That's so much more tension, dude.
It's way more tension.
But do you like that more? I bet you from a clarity standpoint that really comes through. But like, what is that from like a feel standpoint? Because you can, when you're playing live, you get aggressive, you have more tension. You know, what do you think?
I do like it. It makes the notes really stand out in tune, because sometimes if you hit them hard, they kind of like wobble a little out. It is a little harder to do like leads and solos on it, but I think I've at this point kind of figured it out a little bit now.
You got it.
But yeah, I think that's kind of like my go-to now is the 26.5 length scale.
Cool.
Yeah,
I get it. I mean, if you're doing anything low tuning, that makes total sense.
Yeah, it's just better tension.
How about pick?
Picks. Right now we have custom in-tune guitar picks.
Nice.
For a while I was using just like Jazz 3s or like the Petrucci Jazz 3s.
Nice.
But yeah, I've just been like, okay, well, we're with this company too. Like, let's just try these out. And I've actually really liked them. Yeah.
What gauge?
I use 1.1 mil.
Okay, cool.
So like kind of heavy. And then they're like the Jazz 3 XL size.
Mm-hmm. I like that shape.
Yeah.
We've Drew's off camera right now, but we've experimented with those quite a bit. Yeah. We're pick maniacs.
Yeah.
So that's super cool. So with the quads and the HX Stomp, are you guys going direct for that?
Mm-hmm.
So no power amps?
No, we're just like pretty much through the house. And,
that's awesome that you have that dialed in.
Yeah. So, and then Miles, our sound guy, is just so fast with setting everything up. He's like a maniac. So it works well with how many dudes are on stage and just the amount of stuff going on. To have like a really simple rig just makes his life easier and our life easier.
Quick shout out to Miles Austin,
Miles.
New Jersey dude, insane drummer, great dude, great front of house guy, and his bro Robert Austin, the Austin brothers, legendary NJ metal people, and just cool musicians and good people.
Yeah,
so
we love those dudes.
Heck yeah, man. Tell us about the new record. You said off camera before you're playing a couple songs in the set. What was the writing process like for that record, and also how has it been received, like when you're playing it live and in general?
Yeah. So between Johnny and Colton, they had a lot of stuff fleshed out as far as like song structure and everything goes, and then usually I come in and do like the leads and melody stuff as well. But for some of the songs on this record, we went to Colton's house and we ended up writing together for a bunch of stuff and like reworking songs, and we were like really stoked about doing it. I think we're gonna do more for the next record too, where we all write collectively together more.
I was gonna ask that as well.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But yeah, so far the response has been very good, which is, the record was a very long process, and it was like a huge process in general to get that record out. And now we have Ian in the band, so it's just been sitting on it for a couple of years and just wanting to release it. And the fact that it's now out was like a huge weight off our shoulders. So
yeah, and that's a huge addition to the band as well. Like, what is he exploring thematically on the record? Like, what is the context?
So I know a lot of the songs are very like personal to those guys, and it's like a lot of inner struggles and like very personal things to do with either like life or family and stuff like that. But overall, there's like a very medieval kind of theme to the record.
That's cool.
And then our title track for the record, we did like this pretty much like a movie that we did for the music video, and we had such an insane crew working on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man. Like, how long did that take to like?
So they did it like really fast. They shot it in 3 days.
Wow.
While we were gone, and they sent us like a copy of that. Director's name's Mitch Oliver.
Okay.
And he's a very big like movie kind of guy in Vancouver, and he's just incredible. His whole team was amazing. They pretty much nailed it from the first time they got that done, and we were just like, holy crap, this is our music video.
That's so sick.
Very, very crazy to have something like that. So we're super proud of the album, and overall response, has just been very, very good, and we're just really happy to see the good response from it, because you never know with an album, right?
Totally, man.
Yeah.
It's a big risk, especially, you're sitting on that for a while.
Yeah.
You don't know how it's going to be received. I mean, that factors into everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure, actually.
Yeah. So we're glad people like it, and hope to continue to listen to it. And there's a lot of like throwbacks to previous records and our discography, especially in the instrumental song. There's like hidden little gems and Easter eggs in it. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Just thematic development. Love it, dude. Or recollection rather. But that's cool also that you're going to be involved in the writing process going forward,
Yeah,
like,
so mostly, I mean, like from the first record, it was like I joined the band. Colton had a lot of Dissentient stuff done. Him and I worked on songs together, and then we brought in Johnny when we did Sanctum.
Okay.
And then Johnny was just a writing maniac, so he's got like a million ideas.
That you want that in the band, dude.
So it works well with all of us, and then Cole's bass parts, and Steven's doing drums, and the vocalist. It's like a really good mesh of dudes in the band. So it's nice to have everybody be so creative and come up with so many different ideas.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. I know this guy back in the day when he was playing in like Threat Signal. Yeah. There was like this guitar forum called Guitar Porn that turned into Wire Guitarist, and he was doing this interview with this dude Paul Osmoff, who is now, you said, with Aristides.
Yeah, he works for them now. He's still a great friend of mine. Love that dude.
Super cool. And the other thing that I remember about you, which is also crazy, is didn't your apartment burn down, dude?
Yeah, dude. That was crazy.
So what was that like to like, dude, I mean, like, we all live the musician lifestyle. Yeah. I mean, your apartment is like your inner sanctum, and that's devastating to come back from.
Yeah.
What was that like, man? That was
probably the single-handedly most crazy day of my life, but that was like back in 2017, I think. 2017 or 18. Like, it's a while ago now, but yeah, basically what ended up happening was it was the apartment directly under mine. I was at the top floor. It was like a 4-story apartment, and the guy under my apartment had put his dishwasher on and went to work, and it malfunctioned in the wall and started a fire inside the wall, and his apartment caught on fire, and then it burned up the wall into mine. So the whole building got evacuated, and I was like, all I could think about is like, I got to save my cats. And I was thinking like, oh, I guess my gear's going to be gone, but I got to save the cats first,
wow,
right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and I basically just was like, accepting the fate of all my guitars and stuff, and luckily the firefighters saw all the gear and threw it in my bedroom and saved pretty much everything other than my 5150 amp.
Oh. Yeah. Well, dude, that's an amazing, I mean, that's a good sacrifice.
Yeah. So
give it back to Eddie.
Yeah, exactly. So it was pretty wild day, and I mean, I honestly forget that it happened sometimes until sometimes I remember a random day. I'm like, yeah, it did happen, but came back from that. I'm alive.
And you're thriving.
Yeah, we're doing better than ever now. So I'm very grateful that we have what we have nowadays, and gear can be replaced, and
that's a really positive attitude. Yeah, man. That's cool that you took it like that and just rebuilt, and you're still doing it, man.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Trying my best. So
it's hard. That's another thing I want to talk about. Like, what has the music climate, the touring climate, and just like, you've been doing this in this band since 2014, right?
Yeah.
So like, what has it? I know what the scene was like back then. Tell everyone else what is it like now as opposed to then?
Yeah, it's a lot different. I'd say honestly, like metal in general has just been, it wasn't as big back then, and now it's like massive. It's almost like mainstream now.
I think so too.
And with bands like Lorna Shore just being like the forerunner of being the biggest deathcore band, it really helped every single band kind of go up in the genre. So, we love those guys. Those guys are our friends, and we appreciate them for taking us on tour. Yeah, Jersey guys.
I know those guys from, especially Moke, the bassist, man. Played so many shows with him when he was in a band. He was playing drums for this band called Depreciated.
Yeah.
Sick musician.
Insane drummer, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Those guys, it is crazy that they really, wasn't there a big break, really, the TikTok thing? Like the one? That's insane, dude.
And now they're the biggest deathcore band out there.
Deservedly. They deserve the accolades. They put in the work, and they're all great players.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing, they should be there. But, isn't it insane that social media, just a meme, can catapult an entire genre into the mainstream?
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's so cool, though, because it's like, we've known those guys since we did Summer Slaughter 2017 with them.
That's crazy, dude.
And we opened the tour, and they played immediately after us.
Okay.
And now
That's
to
great.
see them playing Madison Square Garden and sold out arenas, it's like, holy shit, boys.
Wow,
you did it. Yeah.
But that is cool that they're paving the way for all that. And so what have you seen in more specifically in deathcore? How has it changed from now, from then till now?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more accepted, and a lot of people used to not really like it, and it had kind of like a bad rep of being just like, oh, this is lame or whatever. And now a lot of people just accept it as more of just like, yeah, it's cool again, and all these bands are like coming back that haven't played in a long time. Like a lot of the OG bands are coming back. Like All Shall Perish is back now. Like a lot of those bands that kind of died off are now coming back because they see the kind of the rise of the genre again.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's cool for us too because we've always just kind of done our own thing. We've never been on a label. We're all like pretty much a DIY
That's
band.
That's amazing.
And we're lucky enough to be on tours like this, and we just got our lucky break when we started 2017, started touring pretty heavily, and since then we've just been very lucky to be on a lot of these tours and very grateful, and just it's very surreal a lot of the time when you think about it, because I try not to, because I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't be here right now.
No, dude, you're a humble guy, but you put the work in, man.
I try. Yeah, I just love guitar and doing this, and I wouldn't do this and play such a weird genre for money or anything. I just love the music.
So who are your biggest inspirations musically and from a guitaristic standpoint?
Anyone knows me knows it's Eddie Van Halen's number one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
Alexi Laiho was a huge idol of mine. I was lucky enough to meet him in 2019 as well. Or sorry, not 2019. It was 2009 I met him.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was in high school. I skipped high school to go meet him because I wasn't allowed in the concert. I was too young at the time. But him, Jeff Loomis, Paul Gilbert, and Petrucci, those guys are like my main influences.
So like the OG shred crew.
Yeah. I'm a big like 80s shred nerd. My playing is kind of like, it's weird. It's a mix of like Children of Bodom and like Eddie Van Halen meets Paul Gilbert.
I love that.
So it's like, I don't know, like 80s like twist on like modern deathcore. It's like
no, that's great, man.
Yeah.
Nobody. To me, Van Halen, the phrasing and like just the rhythmic chops and like just the fact that he can boogie and just swing the way that he does, dude. Like that's untouchable.
Yeah.
And
his tone was like the greatest.
Oh my god, dude, it's just so insane, man.
Yeah.
So from like a practicing standpoint, what inspires you now? I guess first, before we touch on that, what inspired you? What riff? What did you hear when you're like, I'm going down this rabbit hole?
Like the first riff that it was "Ain't Talking About Love" by Van Halen.
Okay.
That intro riff, I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. Then it just started going into heavier music. So like grew up listening to like Avenged Sevenfold, Trivium, Bullet for My Valentine, like the more shreddy guys, Children of Bodom, obviously. There's guys now that are just ridiculous at guitars, like just the online Instagram guys. I'm like, there's no way I'm ever gonna be like that. So I like seeing stuff like that because it just shows how the ceiling is like infinite at this point with how good people are. But yeah, it's a huge
the charts chops.
Yeah. So like I'm nowhere near some of these guys, but I just enjoy doing what I do.
Yes, but you're also doing this live.
Yeah, which is hard.
That's a different skill set. I just got to say that. I know that sounds like like curmudgeon-y, but you got to go do that live, man.
It's not easy to do some hard stuff live, especially with all the adrenaline and in front of 1,000 to 2,000 people a day. It's like you kind of get used to it at a certain point, but I mean, I'm always in my head about it, like, don't screw this up, and then there's points where I'm like really stoked on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You're playing really high level technical stuff that like is you're on a tightrope, man. Yeah. Like it's a hair trigger. Like, it's just like you really got to be dialed in, and like you just came from a 14-hour drive. What happens when you're shot one night and you're like, oh man, I got to get through this.
Yeah,
like,
you got to lock in,
dude. Yeah, you don't have that. I mean, a lot of these guys are doing. I'm not saying everyone is like this, but like you have the luxury of doing a million takes, like, and then a lot of these people are getting exposed when they go play at NAMM, and like they're like, you suck, actually. Yeah. But, or it's just not as polished. But like once you do it live, and you've been doing it for, a good many years.
Yeah, like 11 years I've been touring now. Yeah,
dude, you get that locked in, and then you really become bestial. Like that's how you really unlock like the
it makes sense. Yeah,
boss mode, man. Yeah. That's how to do it.
Yeah.
So what do you practice now, dude? Like what really excites you?
Now I've been kind of, so it used to be just like doing a lot of hyper shred kind of stuff, and now I'm like, okay, especially the way I write, I love writing melodic stuff, and like you can do shred stuff and melodic stuff, and I feel like if you get a melody stuck in someone's head, that's more important than anything.
100%.
So like I've been going back to like old 80s, like cool 80s solos, like anything Paul Gilbert did with like Mr. Big was always really cool. Even not even that old, but like the old Children of Bodom solos like were so melodic but like so shreddy.
Well, dude, you mentioned Avenged Sevenfold. Look at Sinister Gates.
I know, and that like all that stuff. We've been listening to a lot of Avenged on this tour too, and all the guitar solos are great. They're so melodic.
Dude, that guy gets so much crap, and he's an incredible player. He's like drop dead, like insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never understand that. People just talking smack about him. He's so versatile. He has the gypsy thing happening, and like the melodic thing. Like the technique has to serve your voice. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, totally. And I feel like vibrato is very underlooked these days too, because if you have bad vibrato, you can be the craziest shredder ever, but if you're playing something melodic, it doesn't sound as good.
The real fast,
the bees in a can vibrato. Totally. Yeah. So I used to have like terrible vibrato, and then I worked on it, and then I had like Brandon Ellis show me how he does it, and I was like, oh, he's that makes sense. Yeah, greatest vibrato.
Also Jersey guy. Yeah, great dude.
Yeah,
that's sick, man. Just a couple more questions.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Canadian. What is it like, Canada versus US? Like playing over there, coming over here. What's the scene like, man?
It's funny because like in Canada, we're not like as big. It's like Canada, like the Canadians like us, but our A market is over in the States. Cool. Like we just play way bigger shows, and I feel like we're more appreciated over here.
It's cool.
We never have like a hard time coming over here, which is great.
Okay.
It's nice, but we just have like the visas, proper paperwork, everything, right?
We heard some horror stories from a couple other bands. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we've been lucky enough, and fingers crossed nothing ever happens. But I mean, like our scene in Vancouver's not great for metal. It's like a very big EDM scene. So it's like a lot of clubbing and stuff like that. So I mean, we have amazing artists from Vancouver, like Devin Townsend's from Vancouver, Archspire's from Vancouver, Spirit Box is from like the island.
Cool.
And they're like probably one of the biggest bands out there now too.
Oh yeah.
So
killing it.
There's so many amazing artists, but like in Vancouver especially, it's like underappreciated, I find.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Will you do, if you do like a hometown show, will it be like can you get by on that, or
yeah.
Okay.
We'll do like a decent sized venue there. We'll play like a theater there, but it's hard sometimes because we do get a lot of shows, but even like huge bands that come will play like a 600 cap venue, right?
Yeah, I get you.
But yeah, I mean, like we'll do like the same venue too, and we'll try and get like a nice package for that and stuff. But we do well at home, but I feel like it could always be better since we're playing. I mean, this tour at home would do well.
Okay.
But it would do like 1,000 cap venue.
Yeah, it's good.
Whereas like over here we're playing like up to 2,000 cap venues, which is it's a pretty big difference.
Dude, it's massive, man. Double the size.
But yeah, I mean, like I still love our scene, but I feel like it just needs to kind of get his shit together a little bit.
Elevate it.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, give everyone like just an overwhelming piece of advice that everyone needs to know, like that you've learned or something that you live by that someone else can maybe benefit from watching this.
Okay. I find honestly like touring it's not easy a lot of the time. A lot of people really think it is like, oh, like you're doing the rock star thing. You're going and playing shows around the world and stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's great. It's awesome. Touring is awesome in that aspect. The traveling kind of sucks a lot of the time. You don't feel clean a lot of the time. You don't eat very well sometimes. So it's really hard. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, if you want to do it for the love of wanting to play the music and wanting to be a part of something special with your friends or like good coworkers, pretty much.
So important.
Yeah,
to have that team.
Yeah,
to establish that team.
Exactly, too. And you know, I'm grateful for my band and our crew, and you know, at the end of the day, no matter how hard it gets, it's like, you know, I always think to myself, like, this is the best job in the world. So
totally,
I would rather do this than anything else on the planet. So for like young bands that want to do it, just do it. Just do it and play as many shows as possible. Make as many connections as you can, because it will always help in some sort of way. But be a good person.
Dude.
Don't be a shitty person.
Amen, man.
Yeah.
Like, more people need to know that.
Yeah. Just be a kind person. Don't be egotistical, and just try and realize your worth without, you know, having a big head about it.
Dude, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
More people need to know that in the music industry, trust me.
Yeah.
Or in the world, you know what I mean? We're in a very narcissistic culture right now, which social media, I get it, but like we need to like go back to the basics, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell everyone where they can find more stuff about you, or plug whatever you want.
Yeah.
Give some links.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I'm on pretty much all social medias. The band is as well. You can listen to us on YouTube and Spotify, all the streaming platforms everywhere. Our new record is out. It's called This Used to Be Heaven. Check it out if you haven't. And come see us at some shows. We're touring a bunch next year too. So got a lot of cool stuff coming up. And we'll probably see you at a show.
Yeah,
I hope so. Yeah.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on Shred.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Absolute pleasure. Go listen to this guy shred, man. Peace.